hello, friends. Okay, so, first of all, figured out what was wrong with my camera all those times that I was recording and I was like, oh, hang on, there's glare. Yeah, that's because I'm an idiot. And that little, like, rubber thing that protects your screen. Hold on, I have to sneeze. Oh my gosh. Dang it, it left. Anyways, so when you put your screen protector on, there's like a protector for your screen protector. Yeah, so I thought it had gotten taken off and it hadn't. So this entire time I thought my screen protector was just slowly moving across my screen. No, it was the rubber protector for the screen protector. So it didn't need to be on there. So anyways, a little bit mad about that. But now my camera's clear. So we're all good. I got my hair cut. So that happened. I freaking love this. Shout out to Tessa. She did a fantastic job. I am like in love. I've not stopped like going like this and just running my fingers through it. It throws me off every time I like go to put something on or take something off. Because like normally my hair like gets stuck, right? Because it's so long. But it's not. So it literally like things just come off. And I'm like, whoa. It's so much fun. I love it. Also, I've been going like this nonstop. So please forgive me for that, but I'm in love. I feel so much. Literally, all it takes to feel better about yourself is like a haircut. Like I dyed my hair 3 weeks ago, and then I cut my hair because drastic life events happened and I was kind of depressed. Have gotten much better now. Also, a haircut helped, but I was very depressed this past weekend, and so I kind of decided yesterday to say, screw it, let's just cut my hair and get the depression all the way off and just start fresh. Like, everything happened, life kind of like went crazy and haywire. Let's just start over, fresh page, cut my hair, boom. It's like automatic personality change, and I love it. Also, I sound like I'm dying. I am not. It's allergies. We have 2 dogs, and I'm probably technically allergic to dogs. I haven't ever gotten allergy tested, but like whenever they start shedding a lot, like my allergies get super bad. Also, the weather has been like cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, warm, cold, hot for like the past week. So my sinuses just don't know what to do. So I woke up this morning and I have not stopped sneezing. Like I'm sneezing every 5 minutes. And it's a total, absolute freaking nightmare. And everyone probably thinks I have COVID, but I don't. I promise. I promise you, because literally this is like just... This is what it's like, guys. This is exactly what it's like for allergy people. And now we live in fear, and it's flu season. So people are like, oh my gosh, you have COVID. And I'm like, no. And they're like, oh my gosh, you have the flu. And I'm like, no. Still wearing a mask, though. It's just allergies, though. You can't catch allergies from me, but I'm wearing a mask. A, because pandemic, and I have friends who are high risk. B, because people freak out at the slightest thing that I do now. Anyways, I sound like I'm dying, but I promise I'm not. But if I sneeze, please know it's not the flu and it's not COVID. It's just me having stupid allergies. Oh my gosh, my nose itches so bad. But it's like that itch that's like up in your sinuses and you can't get it. And I've been trying to get it all morning. I'm acting like I painted my nails, but I have not. But like the way I'm moving my hand, because of my haircut, it makes me feel so like fresh. Maybe I should get my nails done. Should I get my nails done? Comment down below if I should get my nails done and vlog me either doing my nails or going to get my nails done. I don't have money to go get my nails done. Comment down below if I should do my nails and vlog it while I do it. I've decided I think I'm just going to post vlogs, and then if I randomly have inspiration to try something creative, I'll do it then. Anyways. Okay, well, anyways, on that note, welcome back to my channel. I decided, okay, so I say that this is like the first time I've ever done a YouTube video. I've been posting these on my Instagram, but then I have to record them in like multiple parts because Instagram's stupid and only lets you post like 10 minutes at a time. And my drives are A, 30 minutes long-ish. B, I sometimes just go on like dead silent periods, and I don't know how to edit to like speed through those parts. And I don't really want to cut them out because I make funny faces during that, and I think it's amusing. So, yeah, I'm posting these on YouTube, and that's a great way for everyone to go follow me on YouTube. Anyways, okay, let's ramble. For those of you who don't know, what if I just intro this? I'll just explain this. That's a great idea. Also, you pulled into my lane and stopped. Basically, I started suspecting, like, 4 months ago, earlier this year sometime, that I have ADHD. I'm not saying that in like a, oh, it's cool to have ADHD. But I was doing a lot of research on like mental health stuff and like getting back into psychology and trying to take a psychology test for like psychology class. Because I kind of want to go back to school, but I don't have the money or the time to go back to school because I'm still working 3 jobs. Just 2 of them are full-time and 1 of them is like I'm on call. Anyways, and 1 of them's part-time, 1 of them is full-time, and 1 of them I'm on call. Anyways, that's beside the point. So anyways, I was reading up about psychology and like getting into different like mental health stuff and like different, I don't know, psychological things. You're gonna, okay, you freaking frick-frack. I don't like you. You could have moved over way back, but you didn't. You waited till the last second and cut over 3 lanes to get in front of me. Why? Anyways, okay, back on topic. So I started suspecting that I have ADHD, which is very possible. I have both an aunt and an uncle and a cousin. I think I have 2 uncles. I know for a fact that I have an aunt, an uncle, and a cousin that all have it. But there's potentially more members of my dad's family that have it all, or that like have ADHD. And I show a lot of signs of like adulthood ADHD. You can't tell sometimes because I learned at a very young age how to mask it, which I didn't know was a thing, but it's something I've been doing for a million years. And so I still like, I struggle to just like unmask and just like be, like to not like hide it, I guess. But these videos are kind of my way of like getting it all out so that I don't do it at work. Because that would be bad. A, because I'm a teacher in 2 of my jobs. One of them, I work nights. No one really cares. But I don't want to talk to myself. Why do we have traffic? Freaking, why are you all on the freeway? Why is there rocks? What is going on? Was there an accident? I'm confused. This should not happen. It is 2:30 in the afternoon. Why? It's not rush hour yet, is it? Am I stupid? I don't think it is. And rush hour goes that way at the end of the day. It doesn't go this way. Okay. Focus, Jamie Lynn. Anyways, so I started posting these videos on my Instagram because I thought it was funny. Like, it's funny when I, like, actually let myself go and I let myself just talk because I can, like, ramble about anything. Hold on, I have to sneeze. Please let it come out. You've got to be kidding me! It's like right there and it's making my eyes tear up. Also, there's sunlight and it hurts. Okay. Well, hopefully I sneeze at some point. Oh, they're doing road work in the middle of the day. That's so great. Wow. Thank you so much. Guys, that's just, you're gonna let me over. I don't care if you want to, you're gonna. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. They're not even doing road work. It's literally a sign in the middle of the road with the arrows pointing this way and nothing's in front of it. God, I hate Texas sometimes. Oh, nothing we do makes sense. Literally nothing. I regret picking this lane. Was this absolutely necessary? There's no one in the car. There is no one in the truck. What the freaking frick-frack? This is a nightmare. Welcome to Texas, people. We have construction that pops up literally every freaking day and doesn't go away for 4 years. And I don't know what's happening. What? What are we doing? Why? What is going on? Did you spill the friggin' rocks on the freeway? Because if so, sir, I just would like to talk. Hello. That was scary. This car came out of nowhere. Go away, please. Thank you. That was rude. Like, you literally just, like, flew up into, what? I hate people. I don't hate people. I hate people who drive because they can't drive and they think they can. And then they make stupid decisions and they almost hit me and cause multiple car accidents. I've already been in 2 and it's not been my fault either time, but both people have tried to make it into my fault. Anyways, back on topic. for the 7 millionth time, I made these videos to show, like, for an outlet for me to get all this stuff out. If you want it over, you need to turn your turn signal on a long time ago. Butthead. That was my way of not cussing. My goal is to not cuss in these videos because I don't want to get demonetized. I would like to make money at some point, but why are there freaking 3 police cars? 1, 2, 3. Did those police officers just hug? 4? Oh, they're constables. We have 4 constables and a broken down car and a car that's been parked there on the side of the freeway, highway thingy for... You've been there for like a month now. No one's come to claim you. That's kind of sad. Sorry. Moving over. I don't want to be stuck behind you. Why did I move over? Oh well. Anyways, so let's ramble. Not that I haven't been rambling already, because I've been rambling about traffic and people who don't know how to drive. But let's talk. Okay. So I made my last video I had posted like a English. I forget how to speak English sometimes, which is kind of funny because English is my native language, but sometimes I forget what I'm saying because I start talking so fast and I talk before I can finish thinking the thought. So then I say it and then I'm like, I forget the words because they just get mixed up because I start thinking about I start saying what I'm thinking about and then my thought mixes up with what I'm saying and then the words just blah, blah, blah. Also, I have been learning Spanish since like 8th grade and I can't speak it fluently unless I'm in like Honduras or El Salvador or Mexico. Don't ask me why, I don't know. I have to be like immersed in it to be able to speak it, but I can understand it sometimes, except for the freaking sarcastic people. Okay, soapbox. If I say, yeah, I can understand this, that doesn't mean you start talking 100 miles an hour in your foreign language. That's not what I mean. When I say I can understand it, it's like when you talk at a normal-ish pace, I can pick things out. I can't respond. And I can't always translate. Sometimes I can. Because I've translated things before. I've been like last time I went to Honduras, it was like 2 years ago. And I was like, we were listening to a program and people were like, what are they saying? And I like just started translating it in English. And then I stopped and I was like, what just happened? I was like, I don't speak Spanish. But then I try and speak Spanish and I mix it with English and Korean, which is the other thing I'm learning. And I'm learning some Chinese, but I don't know enough to mix it in. I literally know how to say ni hao and zai tian and I don't remember what the other thing is that I know. And I'm learning Hawaiian. That one's so much fun. It's so much fun to learn Hawaiian. But anyways, so I mix up like all of the languages in my head. And I'm not learning any of these. Also, PSA, I'm not learning any languages because because I wish I was those like races. I mean, slightly because I hate being white. Because white people get such a bad rap for everything. And like, I'm sure I make mistakes and I've said things that like come across as racist and I don't mean it that way. I just grew up sheltered, so I don't know how to talk. I don't know how to socialize. But like, white people just are annoying, dude. I'm a white person and I think I'm annoying. I would much rather be not white, but that's not why I learn languages. I learn languages because I think it's so cool to learn about another culture and another language so that you can be able to respect it if you go there someday. Like, I would love to, like, travel all around the world and, like, be able to speak in whatever country I go to. My first stop is going to be, like, Asian countries, like Korea, China, India, Japan, I think Russia is technically considered in Asia. Is it part of Russia? Anyways, Thailand, like Singapore, like all those different places. Like, I want to visit there first. So that's why I'm kind of focusing on learning those languages. But also, like, Spanish is spoken like in half the world. I swear to God, it's everywhere. And like in America, like Spanish is a very common language. Korean is becoming a lot more common. Because K-pop is now here, which I was a K-pop fan before it was cool. I was like, right before it was cool is when I became a K-pop fan. So like, all the people who are like, you're just into K-pop music. No! I was here first! I'm in a very sassy, spunky mood now that my hair is short. It feels sassy and spunky. Also, I'm just in like weird high from like being congested. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Anyways, also I'm like finally like my depression is just off today, which is so nice. Like I've been super depressed this whole weekend and I'm not depressed anymore. That guy in that car just looked at me. What do you want? Fight me. Please don't actually fight me. You seem like a really nice guy. You're like an older gentleman and you're doing the speed limit, I think. Can't tell, you're 2 lanes over. Please don't actually fight me. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, anyway, so I learned those like languages and I learned about cultures. Like it's always interested me since I was a kid. Like I used to go over to one of my best friend's houses, and whenever we would like hang out, I would convince her to play that we were like foreign exchange students at like some boarding school or whatever. And so we would go on Google Translate, which is like the least accurate translation app from what I've heard other than Spanish. And we would like translate different phrases that we wanted to say, and we would figure out how to pronounce them correctly. Like I've just always loved learning other languages. Now granted, I only did that for like German, Italian, tried to do French and like Spanish because I couldn't read other languages. And now I can read other languages ish, kinda. We're getting there. And so like I try and learn other ones. But like this has always been something that I've loved. And okay, like life goal, if I could do anything with my life, I would either become an ESL teacher, and I want to be able to speak other languages, so like if students have questions, they're not struggling in English, because I want kids to understand, like I want people to understand that like someone cared enough about them to learn to speak their language rather than just making them learn mine, if that makes sense. Or I would love to open a martial arts school, open/takeover/run, I don't know, have a martial arts school that doubles as a multicultural/volunteer center. So basically what we would do is during the like evenings we would teach martial arts classes, we would teach taekwondo classes. If I can find someone who teaches karate, that would be cool. If I can find someone who teaches jujitsu, I only know one of those, and that's taekwondo. But like we would teach self-defense, taekwondo classes, whatever we can teach. And then we would also offer like language classes, because I think it's so important to learn about other cultures and languages, because I think that's part of the problem with the world today is like everyone thinks that they're like high and mighty and don't have to care about anyone else, and it's like no, care enough about people to learn about them, learn how we're different but also how we're the same. Like we're so alike, but people don't see that. So I want to like run a school that does that. We would also have like volunteer outreach things within the community that would work with those other languages, or like would work with people who don't speak English. We would work with them and help them with projects around their house. Or like each month we will have a I know what this is. I know what the English word is because I say this all the time because I'm always explaining this. Now I don't know what it is. Basically we would have like a focus. We would have like a focus each month that the staff would all participate in. Students would be encouraged to participate in. So like for example, October, we would do like a Socktober drive, and then we would spend like the last week-ish of October, like at some point in the last like 2 weekends, we would have like a sock like party, like a sock hop, I guess. And your ticket is you bring X amount pairs of new socks. And at the sock hop or whatever we do, we would have like, we would pack like little boxes or whatever, like we would decorate boxes for the socks to go in to like send to people. Or like a food drive in November, and then we have a big feast for the community, and like our students help put together the food and help serve the food and all this other stuff. Like I think there is so much that can be done to help enforce the mental trainings that are taught in martial arts, specifically Taekwondo, because that's what I do. But like I think all martial arts teach about different mental trainings, and I think there's so much that you can do to enforce that in kids and like set that example for them. And I think the world would be such a better place if we focused on like teaching people and like acting out like respect and caring for people and like doing things not for our own benefit. And like my staff and students, like, it would just be a normal thing. Like, this would be like a every single day thing for them that they're just used to. And like, we were running an after school program for families that can't afford to pay for a daycare or whatever. You know, we help your kids. We would do a tutoring program. We train up. My sister is kind of starting a company-ish of like babysitters. So most of them are martial artists. They have their black belts. And so they're black belt sitters. And so we would have that as an option and my sister doesn't let people charge like a set rate. Like, she doesn't have a set rate for her babysitting. She just kind of says whatever you can afford to pay me, which is the way I've always charged as well. House sitting, pet sitting, babysitting, hashtag advertisement, self-promo much anyways. But like, we would do that. So through the community, okay, if you are a family that has a low income, we have babysitters who are trained in first aid. They're trained in, like, they handle special needs kids. We would have special needs classes for kids, because there's so many special needs kids that, like, I've tried to teach and they can't take classes because they can't handle being with, like, regular kids. So we would have a special needs class so the kids can learn to defend themselves if they're special needs, and they can learn those mental trainings, and it can take them as long as they need. I promise I'm not getting, like, emotional. I'm just stuffed up because I have allergies. But we would do things like that, and we would have, you know, all those different things. And, like, our babysitters wouldn't, like, any, like, volunteer or, like, any of our, like, staff or, like, instructors or whatever that want to offer, like, babysitting / house sitting / pet sitting services wouldn't have a standard rate. Like, it would be whatever you can afford is fine. And, like, I've never gotten cheated that way. People are always like, oh my gosh, you'll get cheated out of that. I've never gotten cheated out of that. Could I make more? Yes. Do I make enough? Yeah. The families I babysit for, I know, and I know what their income status is usually, or roughly what their income is. I know a lot about their neighborhood, their history. I know them very well. And so a lot of them, I know, like, they're not cheating me out of my money. Like, that's what they can afford to pay me. And it sucks that so many people set a set rate that, like, these families, like, my family couldn't afford babysitters when I was little because there was 6 of us, and people, like, when I was little, I think the standard rate was like 20 per kid per hour, or like 10 per kid per hour. When you have 6 kids, that's $60 an hour. You pay for 2 hours, that's $120. That's so much. Like, I don't know. So I just, like, I will never charge us that rate. Like, if that was a program that we offered, we would not charge us that rate. But, like, that would be, like, my dream, is to open a martial arts school that, like, really genuinely cares about the community and, like, proves it. Like, that's our main focus, is the community. And, like, we teach classes. Like, we have scholarship things. If you can't afford our tuition, okay, we have a scholarship program for you, because we think that it's important that every kid have access to this kind of stuff, to this kind of training. Anyways, that's something I wanted to do for a long time. That's part of why I learned so many languages, is because I want to be able to teach language classes, and I want to be able to communicate with people, because we have people come into our school who don't speak English, and, like, it's a struggle. Like, their kids have to translate for them, and if I could just speak their language, it would be so much easier, and they would feel so much more welcomed and loved and appreciated and stuff. And it's just fun. It's so much fun. And then people look at you when you speak their language, and they're like, and you're like, surprise. Yeah, I worked for like 5 years and learned how to speak French, or I learned how to speak Spanish. I learned how to speak Chinese. I learned how to speak Russian. What are we doing? We are going 20 in a 45 with our hazards on. Okay, you're turning. Thank God, because now I can go. Praise Jesus. That was the longest ramble I've had about one topic. I would just like to point that out. I mean, I kept getting distracted and going off topic, but it was still on topic. It was just like different topics about the topic. Does that make sense? So anyways, that would be like my dream. That's why I learned so many languages. I don't even remember what I started talking about. I was talking about how I mix up languages in my head. I was going to talk about something completely different. I was literally going to talk about, like, what people had commented on my last video about wanting me to talk about, and I did not do that. That's fine. That'll be next one. Okay, continue to comment in the comment section and let me know what you want to hear about next. Maybe I'll do like a I don't know how to pronounce this correctly, so I'm sorry if I butcher this. Like a mukbang? 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 Whatever, however you pronounce that. Someone tell me how to pronounce that, please. One of my friends who speaks Korean, please tell me how to pronounce that so that I can say it right. Anyways, I love you guys. I'm at my destination, so this is the end of the vlog for today. But I love y'all so much. Be sure, this is so cringy, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more content, for more chaotic crackheadedness. Who knows, maybe sometime I'll have a special guest visitor. Love you guys. Peace.